Do you think this election is different from the elections in the past or the previous elections?
Yeah, because we have our first general elections in 2010, and then but at that time the major opposition party could not contest it, so only in 2012 energy was contested, and it is only for like 40 seats, 44 seats. So like this is the first time where all the both major parties and opposition party and the government party they are contesting. So it is very much first general diplomatic elections in our country.
Okay, so this time is the first general election in Myanmar. Do you think this time will be the path for true democracy in your country?
Yeah, we all believe so. That's why we all the people in our country go out and voted.
Yes.
But it is just the start of our road to democracy. Yeah, it is not our. Although the people supported the party was won the majority seat. However, we believe that it is just the start of our path to democracy.
So, what do you think that there is any improvement that you think it needed for democracy or for your system or for your institution or your electional system?
Yeah, because like when we talk about the democracy of our country or politics of our country, we should not neglect the role of the militaries here, because the role of the militaries in our country is already mentioned in the constitution. So like although it is like democratic elections and democratic system, but we still have quarter of the seat reserved for the militaries in the parliament, and also military is still a lot of authority over appointing some ministers. So like to go to a few or like better democracy, I think there should be a negotiations between the military winning party.
So, do you think the reserved seat for military in parliament is the obstacle for democracy in your country?
Yeah. So like we have to understand what is democracy and what is to be fully democrat, like because since military has a say in like 25% of the vote in the parliament, it's like we are not fully democracy yet. But I think it will be better, and the both sides will be negotiated to bring the country to a better change.
Okay. So, do you think the negotiation will happen after
Yeah.
between military and Aung San Suu Kyi and her party?
Yeah, I hope so, because yesterday I heard a news that the Aung San Suu Kyi, she requested the president and the speaker of the house, speaker of the parliament, and the commander in chief for discussions for the future of the Myanmar.
So do you
the
think-
negotiation will happen soon? I hope so.
So, do you think the negotiation is the best way or is the good way?
Yeah, the value of the culture, the basic norms of the democratic culture is negotiations and compromising. So we can go to democracy only with this mean, I think.
Okay. So, do you think what about the future of Myanmar under Aung San Suu Kyi ruling or under the NLD government? Do you think it will change or it will lead to any significant change in your country?
Yeah. So our country has been the military dictatorship for more than 5 decades. So now Aung San Suu Kyi, if she rule, like it will be only for 5 years for the first time. So like it's really hard and unrealistic to expect a lot from that 5-year terms. But I'm sure that she will do her best to try to bring the country all the best.
Okay. What is about the regulation that prevent her from being the president because she is married to the foreigners? Do you think is that an obstacle for her or obstacle for Myanmar to have her as a leader?
Sort of, because as you said, she can't be president. But I think as a leader of the winning party, there's still a lot of things that she can do and decide. So people trusted in her, and people believe her ability to like the making the ability of making the decisions.
Okay. So what about the transparency of the election this time? Do you think it's like a transparency takes place enough?
Yeah, like sometimes these are kind of relatives. Like we cannot say absolute transparency of these, but compared to before, it is way better.
Yeah.
And votes are counted in front of the people, and so I believe that it is under a certain level of transparency.
Okay. So this time, can you say that it's a hope for your country? It's a good sign for your country?
Yeah, so to be honest, this is the very first time I feel hope for my country throughout my life. Like, so I can see the this kind of compromising and negotiations are happening in the among the people as well as among the leaders. So like yesterday I heard like the president give a congratulation words to Aung San Suu Kyi for the landslide victory in the elections, and also even the military they posted like their congratulations to Aung San Suu Kyi in their webpage. So it's like democratic culture is starting in our country, and even the people of like the winning party as well, they are requesting the people not to overjoy and not to mock the losing party, and so it's a time we all should together like holding hand to hand and working towards democracy and working for the betterment of the country.
So do you think people in Myanmar are ready or understand the democratic system enough? Like, did they understand how democracy works?
Yeah, again, like it's like we are under, as I've said, military dictatorship for more than 50 years. So that democratic culture is just a start, and we still need to build up the cultures among the leaders as well as among the grassroots level people. We still need to be learn more and adapt. But if the system is changed, I have my full belief in the people. Like we deserve democracy. We can have we can have the compromising and negotiation rules, and so we are fully able to adapt the democratic culture.
So do you think the education is an important tool for democracy to educate people?
Yeah, of course, because democracy is ruled by the people. So people have to decide who will be their leaders, and also in democracy people can't just stay away from politics.
Yeah.
So people are making the decision indirectly. So to make the decision indirectly and like to make the decision correctly, people will have to be educated. The education system is very basic foundation for.
So how is the education system nowadays in Myanmar?
Well, again, every system in Myanmar like has to be changed. Even the education system need to be changed, as there are a lot of things we need to do. There are a lot of things we need to do for the reform of the education system as well.
Okay. So do you have any specification for the improvement for education?
Well, since I'm not the background of the education, so I don't think I have much say on that. But first thing is there are a lot of students being under arrest because of their call for reform. So firstly, I think the government should freeze all the students first to start a negotiation, to listen to the voice of the students in the reform process, and so that reform process can be inclusive.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.